You're all welcome to Football 3 GH. It's been a pleasure. I told you in the morning when I came to you that I will be bringing you the evening tidbits. I just closed from work and then I decided to, record the evening news making rounds as much as Ghana's football is concerned. So you are not lost, you are not missing, but then you are at the right place at the right time. This is Football 3CGH, and what we do is to bring to you all the trending sports stories in and around Ghana. Our main focus centers on the Ghana Premier League and the Ghanaian national teams. So you are not lost, you are at the right place. Let's get into it. When I come to you, I urge you to like the video. I also implore you to share it so that a friend of yours also gets a feel of the video. And then the last thing you do is to touch the bell button, subscribe to become a part of the family so that you become the first person that gets the opportunity to watch our videos as and when we go online. So, whether you've not subscribed, whether today is your first time, or whether you've been a part of the family but you are yet to subscribe, just tap on the bell button. Just subscribe, become a part of the family, okay? Let's hit 900 and let's hit the ground running. Now, Chairman OBENG SEKYERE is known among fans of Kumasi Asante Kotoko. He's known for his strategic mobilizing and organization skills. And then we know that Kotoko's circles has been redundant for some time because they lack leadership. The IMC have put structures in place to have the club elect new circles leadership. Chairman OBENG SEKYERE is one of the mainstream names who are making waves and running front line to become Kotoko's NCC chairman, the National Circles chairman. Chairman OBENG SEKYERE yesterday, while speaking to a section of the circles, made it known that when elected as the new NCC chairman, he will embark on a project to build hospital or a clinic for the supporters. I don't know how you're going to take this story, but then put yourself in the shoes of a Kotoko Circles member. Put yourself in the shoes of a Kotoko fan that's registered onto the FABU census, has his Kotoko number, and is eligible to vote. Chairman OBENG SEKYERE says, I should tell you that if you vote for him to become the new or the next NCC chairman, he is going to build a Kotoko clinic. Let's take a look at the video when Chairman OBENG SEKYERE made this promise known to some supporters.
Again, you bet me a Kotoko clinic, supporters clinic. Kotoko, there were doctors among us. There were nimdia for bebre away mu. And ye per doctors are on by ye dumama ye free. Na yet your mukanka cranka. Ye bet me ako amanone, your supporters a woho. Kotoko, yes, setting up Kotoko Express. It was our supporters in abroad. Omuna did equipment here then. Ebrahima set it up. Nancy circle 55 or 50 or more Holland. Yes, that is gem. Omo the normal free the brain. It is a person started hospital. The basic and normal yebenia. You bet many view our brochure. You bet me to talk akra. You for doctors and nurses. You are creating employment for our people. Na omo ya ye na disika den abraye.
Come back from watching that video. That was Chairman OBENG SEKYERE in your shot, speaking to a section of his fans, a section of his members, a section of his electorate that he's going to build a new clinic for Kotoko. It didn't end there. We are in campaign season, so you would hear festive stuff, pomp, pageantry, champagne pumping campaign, and that is what Chairman OBENG SEKYERE is doing. Chairman OBENG SEKYERE went on to promise that he's going to facilitate the building of a bank. I don't know where Chairman OBENG SEKYERE is getting his ideas from, but to move from a supporters clinic to a bank, he's thinking global, he's thinking big, he is thinking presidential, and he's taking the campaign to a whole new different level. I don't know what Chairman Sulu and the rest are going to bring on board. But Chairman OBENG SEKYERE has taken the lead and he's promising big. Let's take a look at Chairman OBENG SEKYERE promising the fans that he's going to embark on the Kotoko Bank project. Let's watch the video.
Susu and loans near the bank. And then Susu and loans, it doesn't need any capital here. And once you benya apartment, you benya office, be near branding or camera. Na yafa workers a goom. Omunkwaji Susu, Omuntia, na Sikano Comrasa. We beya kakrano, na ababa than a bank. I'm a supporters. And until ye did do my dear Biana. Young higher one Jessica Bebre, ye were duma. Prophet ever you bet me a be the aye duma.
That was Chairman OBENG SEKYERE speaking to a section of the fans and promising them of the Kotoko Bank. Right after that, Chairman OBENG SEKYERE had gone to speak to some of the supporters, promising them of the Kotoko Clinic and the Kotoko Bank. Former vice chairman, I mean, he was the vice chairman to the past chairman, Christopher Dabenya, Nana Kwame Dankwa, says supporters should ignore Chairman OBENG SEKYERE. Nana Kwame Dankwa says Chairman OBENG SEKYERE is illiterate and finds it very difficult to communicate when he's not speaking in the local language. He says Kotoko has a lot of supporters across the globe. So if you are electing an NCC chairman who is going to be the mouthpiece of all supporters at the management and the board level, it should be someone who is astute, someone who is literate, and someone who can communicate in a lot of languages, especially official languages. He, Nana Kwame Dankwa, doesn't see those qualities that he has outlined in Chairman OBENG SEKYERE, and so supporters or fans of the club should forego his promises. They should forego everything he's promising them and take it as a that's what the local people will say. They should forego him and go in for someone who is astute, someone who has a club at heart, and someone who can do the work for them professionally as a literate. So, on the backdrop of Chairman OBENG SEKYERE's campaign, promising hefty and promising big, former Vice Chairman Nana Kwame Dankwa, who is now with Okowo United, says supporters should ignore OBENG SEKYERE and elect a competent person. Now, let's move away from Kwasi Asante Kotoko's NCC elections. Last month, striker or former striker, I can now qualify him as a former striker, as he's parted ways with the club. ASAMOAH BOATENG, formerly of Nations FC, formerly of Accra House of Folk, was relieved of his contract and was asked to walk away. Says he fell short of the plans that coach Masoud Didi Dramani has for the Rainbow Boys. Currently, as we speak, ASAMOAH BOATENG has been presented with a 2-year deal from Bekum Chelsea. In the 2-year deal, it's a signing-on fee of 60,000 cedis. So every year, ASAMOAH BOATENG is going to pocket 30,000 cedis signing-on fee, 60,000 in 2 years, and he's going to be put on a salary structure of 4,000 cedis every month. This is the terms that Bekum Chelsea has presented to striker ASAMOAH BOATENG to accept and to come lead the line for them. But still on the thinking process, ASAMOAH BOATENG has gotten another offer from the United Kingdom. It is a League 2 club. So England, when you go to England, we have the English Premier League, we have the Championship, we have League 1, and we have League 2. So League 2 means a Division 4 side, if I can put it that way. Or if we are to take the Premier League out, a third division. If you are to add the Premier League as also another division, a Division 4 side or a League 2 side, Cheltenham has also presented ASAMOAH BOATENG an offer to come train with them, have trials with them, so that scouts and the technical team of Cheltenham will have the opportunity to assess his strengths and qualities. So I don't know what ASAMOAH BOATENG is going to do now. He has 2 offers, one from Cheltenham. Mind you, Cheltenham's offer is not promised. He's going to have a trial. He's going to be under observations. If he's able to impress them, then he'll be presented with an offer. But that of Bekum Chelsea is a tentative contract offer, 2-year deal, 60,000 cedis signing on bonus, 4,000 cedis monthly salary. Over to you, Asamoah Boating. Over to you, management of Asamoah Boating. I don't know what he's going to put into the thinking process, and I don't know which deal he's going to put ahead of the other. But by tomorrow, I should have gotten the response from Asamoah Boating and from his camp as to which deal he favored and as to which club he will be joining in soonest of times. Now, at Accra House of Folk, uh, Shadrach Ado was one of the youngsters that Daniel Aponsa, former CEO of Kumasi Asante Kotoko, signed when he joined the club. You know, the transfer policy of Daniel Aponsa was to go to the divisions, Division 1, Division 2, get the talented youngsters, put them on a 3-4 year contract, let them play. When they're able to justify themselves, you award them more contracts, then you improve their salary. If they're able to attract offers from outside, you cash out on them, then you invest those money into the club. Shadrach Ado fell short when leadership change, whether the Aposa was asked to work or whether the Aposa was shown the exit door, and then his future came to an end at Asante Kotoko. Shadrach Ado was part of the 78 men that went to Pumima last week to uh, play a justified game or be under observance of the technical team. As we speak, Shadrach Ado has impressed the technical team of Accra House of Folk, and that he's been presented with a 3-year contract. I can tell you on authority that talks are at an advanced stage, and if that thing is to come in between today and tomorrow, by Friday, Shadrach Ado of formerly of Kumasi Asante Kotoko will put pen to paper and sign a 3-year deal to join Accra House of Folk. Mind you, it's not only Shadrach Ado who is a former player of Asante Kotoko that has been presented with an offer. Last week, I told you that Rocky Jamina, also formerly of Asante Kotoko and former captain of TMS Kumasi, has also been presented with a 3-year deal after impressing the technical team. So Shadrach Ado's move to Accra House of Folk is advanced, and he's still understudying his contract with his management. If everything goes well to plan, he'll put pen to paper and sign a 3-year deal and become a new player for the glorious club, Accra House of Oak. Still on former players of Kumasi Asante Kotoko. In that same transfer policy that brought Shadrach Ado and Rocky Jabra, brought an attacker called Nicholas Mensah. Watch his picture. I don't know if he looks familiar. Nicholas Mensah can be remembered for that wonderful strike that he had for Kotoko and Doma when Kotoko took on Aviana Stars. On that byline right hand side, he goes past his marker, beat one, beat two, beat three, and from a tight angle, he was able to beat the goalkeeper from there and give Kotoko a lead at Doma. I think that was 3 years ago. I mean, the fans of Kumasi Asante Kotoko can still remember that goal. That's why I was able to, describe it to them pictorially so that they can picture it in mind and remember the boy or the striker I'm talking about. So Nicholas Mensah has signed a 2-year deal with Vision FC. You know, Vision FC have lost 2 of their strikers to House of Folk. They've lost some of their midfielders and attacking midfielders to Aviana Stars, and we didn't even know the policy that they were running because already they've lost Ali Mohammed to Accra House of Folk, their centre back. And so they've lost quite a number of our players, but then to be able to be in the league and perform well so that you're able to keep your position and not end up getting relegated, they've signed Nicholas Mensah, formerly of Kumasi Asante Kotoko, to bring his experience, to bring his attacking prowess and quality to come lead their line and deliver goals for them. So Nicholas Mensah has signed a 2-year deal with Vision FC. Mr. Kwesiedu is a chief executive officer and the bankroller of Champions BBN Stars. Mr. Kwesiedu says, yes, they've signed 12 players because they couldn't find an agreement with some of their own players to tie them down to contract, and that they have further strengthened their team. So, talks outside that their team is weakened and they are not going to do anything in Africa should be thrown up in the garbage. He says that they've boosted their squad, they've maintained the core of the team, they've maintained the experienced players, and they've tied the most important players down, And so this season, Ghanaians should be expectant of a BBN Gold Stars team that is playing the CAF Champions League at the top level. Not least, he says they are going to compete for the double. He's promising as far as that they are going to win the league again for the second time and win the MTN FA Cup too. So CEO and bankroll of BBN Gold Stars, Mr. Kosiedu, is promising the league, the FA Cup, and a top-notch performance in Africa. I don't know what football fans will have to say, but personally, I would say that I don't see how their preparations are going. They started preseason 2 weeks ago. They have yet to play a top liner friendly. They are yet to play an international friendly. I expect them to, as soon as possible, line up some international friendlies, some top liners. Luckily for them, they will have an opportunity to play the Gaka top four. They will beat Kumasi Asante Kotoko, beat House of Folk, and so beat Heart of Lions, and so it will help them and do them some good. But then they still need to line up some top level international friendlies to put them in shape, to put them at test, and to test their level of fitness and their level of experience, whether they can compete on the African terrain and do well for Ghana in the African Champions League. My last story that I exit the seat for someone else to also take over is the former attacking midfielder for Accra Great Olympics, Maxwell Opoku. Maxwell Opoku has been training with Accra Suffolk for the past 2 weeks. He wasn't part of those who went for observation or justify. He started training before those justify guys came to Pumiman, and he's impressed the technical team so much so well that they've agreed. They have advanced in talks with Maxwell Opoku. They've presented their contract offer for him, and so Maxwell Opoku also, by the close of week, he should have put pen to paper and signed a 2-year contract with Accra Suffolk. So former player of Accra Great Olympics, Maxwell Opoku, is back to Ghana. He's impressed the technical team after training with them for about a week or two, and is expected to put pen to paper and sign a 2-year deal. There has been some transfer stories, some heavy news making strides in and around the shores of Ghana football that I needed to bring to your know. Don't forget to like, to share the video to your friend, to drop your thoughts, your corrections, your critique, your criticisms at the comment section. And the most important thing, to subscribe to become a part of the Football 360 family so that you become the first person that gets hold of our video as and when it goes out. I thank you for making time to do the listening. Thank you for making time to do the viewing. See you tomorrow morning with another set of exclusive stories. I'll end here and leave the stage. Bedebadwesi, Bedasi, Apedabao, Badwesi. Bye bye.